A rush in Innisfail is needed because there's just so many young, bright people here that have to travel so far for their education, leaving their families and friends behind, and they never come back, and it always creates a big divide between family and friends because they never end up coming back. They'll study down in Brisbane, they'll stay down in Brisbane. They study up in Cairns, they'll stay in Cairns. They never usually come back. But having a rush here would just be able to provide people like myself and my friends a good place to just study, stay home with their families, and be able to create change in their local area.
I think this is a very important step towards closing the gap. We know that there are challenges and differences between Indigenous and non-Indigenous people. Having an education can lead to further career goals for our mob. We have some well-known doctors, nurses, lawyers, police officers in professional roles. Doesn't mean that all our mob are going to go on to study further education, but it gives them an opportunity and a choice to do that.
With Rush being offered locally, it'd give an opportunity for many to continue or start studies without having to leave the area. I myself, as a young fella, had moved away, and you get homesick. And sadly, a lot of people at young ages who go away for work or study, they don't last because of that homesickness. Whereas this would give them an opportunity to be at home, be amongst family and peers, as well as doing their studies and completing it.
So the rush would definitely help with networking opportunities and help with the everyday advice that we need and support when we're procrastinating, which happens often when you're studying. It would also give a place for our businesses to refer people to and feel confident that when their workers are studying, that they know that they're in a place where they are going to get the work done and they're committed and have the resources to support them.
Every time I think of study, even though I really do want to do it, I always feel like it's just out of my reach. But if we had something locally that was easy to come to every single day, I feel like it'd make it a whole lot easier and make it feel like it's not that far and it's not that big of a dream. It's sort of reachable. The young people here really deserve to have some place to study and feel safe to do so.
We need a place to be able to study, and sometimes studying at home is not an option, especially travel, distance, internet, or just personal issues. And it'll just create a wonderful space to be able to study.
I think a rush is needed in Innisfail because we are the epicenter of the regional area. We have resources for all different types of people. We've got resources for young families, for older people, for high school students. I think we're just missing that little gap in the community, and I think that the young adults of Innisfail deserve a place to go and to be able to intentionally say that I want to stay in Innisfail because I think it's a beautiful place. I see a future for myself here, and I see that the work culture, the study culture, and the social culture of the area has potential for not just myself and the local people, but anyone who decides to choose Innisfail as a place to go home.
It's been very interesting working as a teacher in a high school and just seeing the stark difference between university as a pathway here versus university as a pathway somewhere where there is a university very close by. So certainly here I see that for students it is such a big decision to go to university because in most cases they have to move so far away from their family at such a young age when they're only 17 or 18 years old. I think a lot of students don't make the decision to go to uni because of that, and that's certainly confirmed in the conversations I have with kids. I think having a rush in Innisfail removes a lot of the barriers to study that are currently there because it's making that option a lot more available.
My name's Jed Page. We live in Innisfail now with my wife and 2 young children. I'm studying a Masters of Secondary Education and Learning through University of Queensland. We went to that one because my wife's already a teacher, as are my parents and both my parents-in-laws and my sister and my brother. So sort of following the family tradition as much as I said I wouldn't.
My name's Jeremy. I'm studying nursing at JCU. I was born in Innisfail and I've lived here my whole life. Throughout high school I did my Cert 2 and Cert 3 in Health Services Assistant, so I did my AIN course there, so that's what really inspired me to become a nurse or study nursing. I was out in the mines for about 2 years and then I decided to, apply for uni and I got in, so I'm back living in Innisfail, back at home where it's, financially better on me to study.
My name's Riley Donald. I'm a 3rd year engineering student at CQU in Cairns. My whole life I've lived in a little town just outside of Innisfail called Wangan, about 10 minutes out of town. I went to Innisfail State College for all of my schooling, and then once I graduated I started going to CQU in Cairns, so lots of travelling up and down the highway.
My name's Ethan. Lived in Innisfail my entire life, and yeah, I guess I'm doing a Cert 4 in training and assessing.
My name's Ashley and I am a mature age law student at CQ University. I am a mum of 4 and I'm an Innisfail local. When I started working at a law firm here in Innisfail, I was like, this is probably where I want to be for the rest of my career. So I was like, okay, why not? Give it a go.
My first goal is to successfully complete my Masters and transition into a teaching career locally as well. In the long term, that I'm hoping to have a good work-life balance with the family and the job.
Well, I think after my nursing degree, I think I would love to get a job at Innisfail Hospital. I think staying in the region and staying with family is important to me.
When I first started studying, I considered moving to Cairns so that I could have more opportunities, but since the study hub here is opened, I would definitely encourage a lot of people to study online and come in here to do it. I think that it has definitely made studying online 10 times easier to be able to have somewhere to go that feels like a university campus, and that I can study with people and have all the resources that the Cairns campus has without having to do the drive.
I think because it kind of like represents a university kind of feel, and it gives you, I guess it gives me that motivation to be like, oh, okay, you know what, this is like the real thing, I feel like I can study a lot longer and I'm motivated to stay on my my work then, instead of being at home and then having the kids come in every now and then, or having to cook lunch or dinner or whatever, and so.
It sets the environment, so you're in that student mode and in study mode, but then you also got the potential to meet others who are doing similar things, and all from all different walks of life, especially regional. You've got the ones that are just starting out their career, for which this is a godsend basically. Others that are a bit more established in life maybe, but still to have that dedicated space is very helpful, and to be able to just communicate with others going through similar journeys is an incredible thing.
The University Centre, they have helped me to look into more training and more things that I can do, and they're currently helping me to plan out a timetable, study timetable, and sort of what my weeks are going to be looking like.
Well, I think studying at the CCUC has changed the way I study. I think it's so good to come into a place that's safe and has minimal distractions. Like, you can come here, there's Wi-Fi, printing facilities. I think it's helped me achieve my recent high distinction.
I definitely get more done when I come here than when I study at home. I think having someone to study beside is definitely more motivating.